Thank you very much for joining us. IEBC Chairperson Isaac Hassan has this morning kicked off countrywide voter registration exercise here in Nairobi. The month-long exercise is targeting 4 million new voters. The chair also clarified that those who have already registered need not participate in the exercise.
Those who have registered do not need to come back and register again. I want to repeat again. Those who have registered in the last general election and are already on the voter register do not need to come back and register again unless they want to change their polling station. If they want to change their polling station, they can come back and apply to change their polling stations. That's all. This one is meant for new voters, those who did not register in the last general election, and those who have reached 18 years of age and have acquired ID cards. We are targeting to register 4 million Kenyans across the country, across the 1,450 wards. We have distributed the BVR kits according to the sizes of the wards and the population, and the criteria and the distribution list is available on the Commission website.
That was earlier on. We now want to speak to our reporter, Murimi Mwangi, who has been following this story since that particular press conference, and he's joining us from Pumwani. Thank you very much, Murimi, for joining us. Maybe you can just tell us, the million-dollar question is, just how will the IEBC get the 4 million new registered voters? What's the plan?
Good afternoon, Betty. The official launch of the voter registration exercise. Remember, the IEBC is casting out its net to register 4 million new voters. At the official launch here, the IEBC chair was categorical that all the political players need to play a critical role to ensure that there's mobilization of the voters upcountry, all the potential voters, so that the IEBC can get these 4 million new voters in the 30 days of the exercise. But also in a move that is aimed at getting the voters in the various areas where they are concentrated, the IEBC has said that there will be a rotational timetable upon which the BVR kits in the various wards will be moving from one voter registration center to another one in the different wards. Again, remember, the distribution of the BVR kits is based on the geographical size of the various wards where the voter registration exercise is taking place. And of course, his categorical statement is that for wards that are measured between 0 and 30 square kilometers, then they'll get one BVR kit. Those between 31 and 500 get 2 BVR kits, while those between 500 square kilometers and 5,000 square kilometers get 3 BVR kits. Of course, 4 BVR kits for those that exceed the 5,000 square kilometers. But his statement is that these machines have the capacity to register even up to 100 new voters per machine, and this, he says, is supposed to be a motivation for the political players to motivate their supporters out there, to mobilize their supporters to turn out in large numbers to make this a success. Earlier, I had a conversation with one of the commissioners who says much as they are using fewer BVR kits and fewer voter registration centers as compared to the 2013 voter registration exercise, these 4 million new voters is such a small number if the various players put more effort on issues of mobilization. Remember, the various political outfits, both the ruling Jubilee coalition as well as the opposition CORD, have started movements to mobilize supporters out there. Of course, former MP Ruben Ndolo yesterday had such a session at Makongeni, where he says that in that constituency they are targeting some 5,000 new voters. Same case applies to National Assembly Majority Leader, who also says the National Assembly is, of course, in support of the voter registration exercise and is even pushing to support a supplementary budget that has been presented by the IEBC, requesting for more funds to make the entire exercise a success. Remember, even after the 30 days for which this exercise is being conducted, voter registration will still continue pursuant to the Constitution, the continuous voter registration that has been ongoing even before the official launch of the voter registration that now begins today across the country. Betty.